good occasion.
Yes.
Very strong.
Yep.
So proud to be standing here
to say. So thank you for coming to join us today for this soft opening of the ribbon cutting for our school. Chief Don Roberts would like to thank the following people. The past chief counselors going back to former Chief Steve Roberts, former Chief Clifford Bolton, former Chief Diane Collins, along with the current council members working with Chief Don Roberts. Chief Don Roberts would also like to thank the following for their support with this development. Band staff and elders over the years have steadfastly supported the construction of a new Gyilak'yoo school. Laura Miller, Charlotte Gnu, Colleen Austin, Deshaun Yankovitz, and Ryan Hales, along with Shirley Boland, Chris Boland, Richard Evans, the architect, John Dunphy, the project manager, Kitson Kalen Treaty Office, Alex Bolton from the Treaty Office along with his staff, Mark Stevenson and his support staff, Frank Ozendarp, Federal Treaty Negotiator, Mark Lofthouse, BC Treaty Negotiator, Indigenous Services, for their Indigenous Services Canada, they had a financial contribution of $12 million. Pardeep Sidhu, Regional Program Development Team Lead at Community Infrastructure from ISK. Doug Froese, Senior Engineer, Infrastructure Development from ISK. British Columbia's financial contribution was $5 million, which is going to go towards the building of a gym for our school. Prince Rupert Port Authority, we got $200,000 from them, and Canadian National Railway, $5,000. Elmer Moody, the Aksa Gyilak'yoo principal, and his staff who bring life to the Aksa Gyilak'yoo school and make it a school of inclusion. So, as you heard from all of the thank yous that Chief Don Roberts had, it's taken us decades to get this far, to be able to stand here in the parking lot of our new school. It took the work of a lot of people from past administrations, past band chief counselors, and elders who also wanted us to teach our culture and our Somaliac language. And if that's something that you want to learn, you want your child or your grandchildren to learn, then this is the school for you. We have a lot of former students who graduated from our school. It's really nice to be able to see our kids walking across the stage and collecting a real dogwood diploma, which means that they're ready to go into any university program that they're interested in registering for. And that means that they don't have to use any of their post-secondary funding to take upgrading, to redo their English, redo their math or sciences, because our school will be fully capable of giving them all of those credits, along with the teachers and the parents at home helping the children. So I'd like to thank you all for taking the time to come and join us here today. And I look forward to the rest of the celebration. I understand today is just a soft opening because the school will announce later, at a later date, when they will have a grand opening. And they'll probably really put the word grand in there, and it'll be quite significant. And at that time, we'll also have the rest of the pole raising that was carved by Mike D'Angeli. And there's a story that goes behind that totem pole. I'm not sure if Tammy is here. I lost her. Tammy, did you want to tell everybody the story about the totem pole? Because quite a few of the people weren't here yesterday. So with that, I'd like to hand the microphone over to Tammy. Okay, thank you.
Roberts. My dad is Chief Don Roberts. He wanted me to come up here and say a few words on his behalf, and just that he's so proud of his team back here and the staff at NAGK Gyilak'yoo for all their efforts through a long fight to get this school going. And he's watching right now live stream. And my brother Mike carved this totem pole. The story behind the totem pole is it was gifted to my dad and his clan, the Gyilak'yoo. And the story is that it's the Gyilak'yoo transforming into a human, and that is to represent Grandma Mildred Roberts. And the shield that she is holding is a copper shield, and it represents wealth, and the shield represents the wealth is our children. So that is what she is holding in her hand, the copper shield, the NAGK. So that's the story behind this totem pole. And Mike D'Angeli will be up at some time to do a proper gifting of the totem pole, but that's the story behind the totem pole. Thank you.
Thank you. Now comes a time where you could relieve yourself and smudge our wall and our entrance so we could come in. Please. It's a common ritual that we do that you're witnessing. They smudged the front entrance so that we could enter. And as you heard, later on there will be a bigger feast, a bigger celebration. I would like to call upon John Dumpy. He flew in this morning. He'll explain who he is. I real hope what we see in that picture outside there of NAGK Gyilak'yoo in the future, that's what's going to happen here. Or what we see, the new gym. There's other things that will be added, and he'll say. So you'll get to know what this place is going to really look like. John.
Just want to say a huge thank you for inviting us to join today. I think everyone's been extremely excited and also very patient with myself in discussing when we'd get to this day. So thank you for that. It's been a really incredible experience, and having a hard time not getting emotional trying to speak right now, seeing everyone here. It's amazing. So I really hope you all enjoy the tour and the building and get years and years and years of use to come. And I'm really excited to see what it's going to look like with the gym and other buildings that come in the future as well. So, thank you.
Today, my heart is full. It has always been my dream to have a school that would include language and culture as a vital part of their curriculum. And that is happening at Aksa Gyilak'yoo. My dream is to see my grade ones walk to the graduation and be speaking in Somalia. The graduation ceremony will be done in Somalia. I'd like to thank Gyilak'yoo's mom, Tammy, for bringing Somalia to our adult school. That was the first test that we had. And I truly enjoyed TPR. Thank you, Tammy. I'd also like to thank our principal, Elmer Mooney, for the process he is developing to include language and culture. In the curriculum that we are teaching at Aksa. And like I said, Aksa Gyilak'yoo is built on norms. Tatni Gabafgov Toexitnu.
Lugalam, you heard it, the grade ones. The development starts, let's finish it. We have one more speaker, and then we'll get prepared to cut the ribbon. I would like to call upon our principal, Mr. Elmer Moody.
I decided on the way over, I wasn't going to speak too long, and I promised people I wasn't going to speak too long. I do want to share some thanks today. I do want to express my gratitude. Gwellis, Afgadi Ansna, you cannot imagine the power and how uplifting it is to see the work that you've undertaken with our students. Then the hairs on my neck stood up when I heard the students at the old school, all the way over this way. There was an excitement in me that I could not maintain. And I want to say to all the students at the Aksa Gyilak'yoo school, the school is built on the concept of Slomsk. Slomsk is one of the most vital components to defining who we are as a people. But when I listen to you sing and chant on the way over, you brought life, not just to the school, not just to school students and staff, but the understanding of Aksa Gyilak'yoo itself. Aksa Gyilak'yoo is an ancient story that belongs to the people of whose territory we reside on. It was witnessing your chanting, and whether we recognize it or not in the moment, your acknowledgement of the ancestors that stood here before us. And when we talk about those ancestors that stood here before us, the premise of our culture is our Slomsk. It meant a lot to see you march over and acknowledging the spirit of the school and the Aksa Gyilak'yoo. It means a lot. And I can't express how much joy I know that it brought many community members. As I lagged behind you and I watched, there were many members that came out to witness you marching, to witness you singing, and wanted to capture that moment. Because what it is that you undertook today was an expression of joy that so many people, through community, decided to make it their purpose in life to see this become a realization. I knew 20 years ago that there were many people that were working towards the revitalization of language and culture, and how important that was to them. I knew the efforts by past principals. I knew the efforts of elders in community. I knew the efforts, chief and council, administration. It was something I watched from a distance for a long time. And when I came to Gyilak'yoo and saw that clumps is the basis of teaching, it's one of the most important things that we can instill in a new generation. It's clumps that defines ourselves and our expected interaction with others. And the interactions that I saw over these last couple of days, especially from the students, is one that demonstrates that that vision had a purpose. The work and effort that was put into getting this constructed had a purpose. And I am very happy to say that I had an opportunity to witness through this generation the amount of work that was put in by past generations and the effort that you're going to put in to continue so that communities all across the North Coast are going to come to the realization that when we talk about the revitalization of language and culture, that's also a revitalization of spirit. And I am very happy to be able to stand here and say, Gyilak'yoo students, staff, not just my spirit that was uplifted watching you come over today. I do know community was also uplifted in witnessing you coming over. And on behalf of staff, I want to thank the Gyilak'yoo school students for your work today, your work yesterday, your work going forward. Thank you very much.
Mugulam and Jen. And now, I think we should get prepared for cutting of the ribbon. This is it, folks. We have a drum roll. On 3, 2, 1, cut the ribbon. Oh, there you go. NAGK Gyilak'yoo is now open. Come and look at your new school. Come and look at your new school. We have a lot of energy.
Yay!
All of us together, it brings us a lot of energy. At this time, we'd like to ask students to go to their class. And then you can come and visit them in their class and what they're going to be from here to as long as they can attend school.